Good evening and welcome everybody. This is Obi-Wan Tez4 and Simplex Pachinko. We are getting conflicting answers from multiple parts of my stream here. That's interesting. It says that I still have 30 seconds left on the ad. The other one said we came back from ads. This is fine. That one won't say it for another 5 minutes. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming on in and watching us tonight. We are playing some Elite Dangerous because we got a new ship. This is the Panther Clipper II. It is quite chunky. We are currently fitting nothing aggressive. However, we do have... Yeah, there we go. Mark II cargo racks, which are coming in to, like, special locations in the ship. So, we have two Mark II cargo racks here and here, which offer a 50% boost off of the same size regular Mark I racks. So 256, 50% gets us to 384, and 128, 50% gets us to 192. Pretty awesome. And then the rest of them, we've got some pretty decent 64s and 32s in here, which gets us to a grand total of 1,236 tons of cargo. So, yeah. We're a bit chunky. We're going to also take these 349 liquid oxygen and head to... Where'd it go? Fincher Asteroid, which is somewhat reasonably close to where we are right now. It's a couple hundred light seconds. So we're going to take off immediately. Sometimes a little hard to get off the ground, it's fine. And actually, let's maybe turn up the sound a little bit, because we want to hear the sound effects. Why is that so low? That's weird. Ooh. The sound team has really outdone themselves. They have been making brand new sounds for like all of the new ships. They know that people don't want to hear the exact same noises all the time. So good on you guys. That works really well. We need to go a bit further out than that. Have to spiral in till our approach speed is approximately in the same place in the chart at the bottom left as the oh, I'm sort of in the way. That's alright. Sort of in the same place as the distance. So distance and speed should be about the same place on the chart. And then once we get in, we can push the acceleration just a little bit harder so that we get down to 1.11 megameters. One of the things that we do not have to worry about is the size of the construction yard. This is a large ship, and as such, it does not fit on all docking bays. However, the construction yards will allow large ship sizes, which this is classification large. As is our, if you remember the 790, 790 ton. What was it? Oh no. I forgot the other name of my other ship. You know, EVE Online, it's a Badger. The Type 9. Yep, so our Type 9 ship will hold about 790. And this one will hold 1236, all told. Construction services. Dump this 349 in here. And we get to 1720 remaining. It's 349. Which remaining is going to be 6406. Okay. Now, what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to go to the mining station, which is right. Aurelio Mining Enterprise has appropriate landing pads. It is on Tasher Sector BGO A602 and that's interesting. I did not have a gravity on it. I thought usually that was over in that panel, but I guess not. Get up to about close to 100. If we accelerate to approximately 100 C, then we still have, 3 seconds or so of time until we fly past the planet. So we try to get basically up to approximately 2 to 3 seconds worth of velocity to get to the planet, and then disengage the Super Cruise assist. Not assist, the Super Cruise overcharge. We don't need to spiral in at this point because we have the 7-second ETA that we want. Now we do need to spiral in to align our actual... Oh, really? Okay. Other side of the planet, right side. Can't imagine that we have not scanned this planet. Yep. Cool. 100%. Roll into position. Start heading toward it. Once we get about 1-to-1's pretty good. Not quite at 1-to-1, but it's good enough. Once you get about a 45-degree down angle, that's when you want to point at it. Line up a little bit more, and we're aiming just above it, just a little bit. Hey Seth, how's it going? Aiming just a little bit above it so that basically we will pop out of Super Cruise here, orbital cruise, and then we disengage the glide. More or less what's going to happen is we're going to be like 4 kilometers directly above it, and that's usually where I like being. Oh, damn. Awesome. which also gives us ample time to line up. The one thing we have to watch out for this particular location is that it has light poles all the way around the landing pad, and as we discussed, the ship should be chunky, so we can actually get caught on the lamp poles and do some serious damage, which ends up, it's not like it really matters all that much, but it will damage the ship, and then potentially it can get us into some serious trouble and actually blow up the ship if we're not careful. And no damage on landing. That, I would say, is actually an accomplishment. Alright, let's see. Do we have any missions? Anything interesting? Can we throw money at this thing? Yeah, actually pretty good. 14%, yeah. And we can support them and also not worry too much about them becoming a threat to Boop. Well, right now, so what we've done is we found a new ship. We have named it Felis Tigris, and given it the call sign Simplex. We are going to be taking this ship and our Mandalay, maybe the who's it? Python Mark II, and we're gonna go take them on a bit of an excursion. In about 6 months, I think it is, I've signed up for the I've signed up for the Distant Worlds 3 event, which is going to be taking like a whole bunch of fleet carriers and jumping them out to the middle of the black. So if we're talking the if we're talking our galaxy, these are the places that I have been. We did a trip out here. Hang on, let's move this to visited, just visited. So yeah, ditch yachts. All of these systems here I've been to at some point or another. And there is a route, I think, that hops out this way to here. At least I thought it did. That's interesting. Huh. No, okay, no. So Sinuefe XR-H D11-102 had something in it. I don't remember if it's a system that FDiv gave us. That was like, they sent me a letter saying, hey, come here and we'll reward you. Or if it was a Thargoid? No, these are the Thargoids. So yeah, there must have been a letter that I got at some point that was like, come out here and we'll reward you for, doing some research. I just never went. So anyway, those are the systems I have visited, all these blue ones. It is a tiny fraction of the actual number of systems that exist, and the Distant Worlds 3 is likely going to take an expedition out to, like, here, and just start doing some mapping, and, like, try to figure stuff out. Yeah, not today, sorry. So I have signed up for that, and it's, like, in 6 months. So I'm starting to think about prepping stuff, so... for today, what we would like to do is hop out to Weird, up here, so weird, and go see our engineer. So the engineer that's here will allow us to, can't do outfitting, will allow us to change out or do some work on our power distribution center. May not be in here. Oh, there's power plant. It's the other one. So not the plant. Well, it might actually be the plant. Either way, we can do some engineering. So delivery contracts are nice and all. The problem is that they go in whatever direction they feel like going in. And I think we're done with this one. Oh. Brewer Corporation calls for Trailblazers to sell aluminum, CMM, composite, steel, or titanium at Starlace. Commodity market in Minerva. One each of 5 and 6, class 5 and 6 cargo rack, pre-engineered with increased cargo pack capacity. Red metallic brewer decal, credits depending on success. Okay, well, I guess we'll actually think about doing that one. Okay, let's look up our commodity stuff. We are going to find a trade route. The station that we start at. We want something that's near Minerva, but that's not gonna. It's not gonna do what I want. Okay, commodity. I want to buy aluminum or aluminium, CMM composites, steel, and titanium. And I want to pick something that's near Minerva. Has to have a landing pad and be reasonable. These are all landing locations, which is not terrible, but I had a couple of problems. Nix, interesting. Watt base Nix. Okay, do we have, this is another question, do we have the map of Nix? Nope. So we're going to go there. That's going to be our next location to go to. Ooh, Blight. That's not good. How do we fix Blight? If we can get out there, right? Might as well help them out. Sorry. Stations under control of minor faction. Blight. Can be counteracted by delivering agronomic treatment. So, let's find out where we can go. I want to buy... Nope, not that one. Agronomic treatment. With large landing pads only. Near star system. It's just also Minerva. Ooh. Okay, so we can do... This is slightly interesting. So we can go into Minerva, hop to Towarnicki, purchase agronomic treatment, bring it to the other location where we purchase whatever metals we want, and then go to Starlace and drop them off. So this might be an interesting, like, loop to make. If we go to Orrery, where are we in the orbits? Because that's also going to matter. Eris. That's not helpful. Thanks. Really? Points of interest. Starlace is here. Towarnicki is there. Yes, they're like almost opposite each other. Alright, so they're like 1,000, give or take, 1,000 light seconds apart from each other. Not terrible, but still. So let's hop to Towarnicki first. Instead of going to Weird, let's just hop out to Towarnicki. Grab the stuff that we need there. So you do need fuel for your ship. The good news is that this particular freighter has such a large fuel tank, this is not going to be a problem. So we can make this jump in 2, and I don't think it's going to be an issue. Signed up. Cool. We will do advanced maintenance and just make sure that we have all the fuel and everything. Cool. Okay. While we're here, alright, so I can't even pick up the stuff I wanted to in the first place. Aurelio doesn't have any of that. So, we're going to pick up water, though. Go max out, and then bring that back to the carrier. And in fact, right, how much do we actually need? How much water do we actually need? 1,140, so we're going to go over a bit. It's fine. We can actually directly just take it to Fincher. So we're actually, again, pretty close. Just take it there, and then we can take the extra. Before we turn... Now, ideally, we would also want to pop into a couple more engineers and get a few more things done. But we don't, like, it's not going to really help us any. Maintain 7-ish seconds on ETA. Oh, screw you. Vlade. good. Do not fly into the sun. Nope. 0 out. Screw that. Reflector of those guys. Hopefully one of them will be nice. Probably not. That's too bad. Thank you. Alright, we're going silent running. That makes it so that they can't actually see me. They lose targeting and all that good stuff. And then we pop the heat sink, which allows us to dump all of our thermal energy into, just pitch it into a object and then eject it. Alright, Vladi. Max out. There we go. Alright, he's going to be able to open fire here as soon as he hops in. So that's going to be unfortunate, but hopefully somebody else is going to be able to be like, ah, a pirate. Absolutely murder him. I hope. Uh-oh. Go that way. Go that way. Too much heat. Whoa, what are we doing? Oh no. Oh no. I remembered, come on. Okay, this is really bad. We got caught on something. I mean, the whole thing, it looks like. Alright, there we go. Shh. Terrible. Yeah, we're getting there. Alright, 46% hull. We're alright, we're alright. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, what do we get? Dump in 1108 on water. And we're left with 128. 1108. Somebody else requires 32. That's unfortunate. And we're going to put 128 back at the... Let's not even bother. Let's just take that with us, and we'll find something else to purchase. There we go. So now, set our sights on realistic LHS 1226 target. Back behind us a bit. And we engage the heatsink again. mean, in the case of Eve, you've basically gotten to a post-fuel society where you run on all nuclear. So, that's not an issue. Here, on the other hand, we still run on tritium. And, hydrogen, I think. Okay. Nope. Already been here. Overcharge just for a second, get us away from the sun. And we can set our frame shift so that we can just jump out of here. Right, so we're trying to go to the whichever one it is that starts with a T. Or Nikki. So yeah, you can see that those two jumps cost us that much fuel. So it's like a ton, maybe 3. Our fuel tank is like 128. It's big. No, okay. Not gonna list it, but that's fine. And network error. I don't suppose anybody else has problems. Come in from this side if we want to fly kind of like directly to the station rather than having to zip all the way around it. Kind of aligned to the picture. This works really well on these kinds of stations. It works terribly on fleet carriers. For some reason it does not read what direction the fleet carrier is oriented. It'd be really nice if you could actually just come at the fleet carrier from the correct side. So you didn't have to go around it, which I mostly have to do. Slow down, and yeah. Target this bad boy. Sending out survey probes, which are going to hit just on the opposite side of the planet. Easy. There it is. So, nothing to see here. Evidently, that planet has basically nothing on it that's worth anything, which is too bad. Harsh. Right, so now we're coming at it from the front. Pretty decently, anyway. Although it doesn't have the habitation ring, that's interesting. goes. Woo. Too fast. Gonna make it though. Oh. It's a really tight envelope with this ship. I also do not want to commit it at speed. Ouch, ouch, what are you doing? There we go. 22,600 for 7% hull. Alright, what do we have for missions? Just for fun. Throw a bunch of money at them. Make some love me on top of everything else. Alright, hauling. These are going to all sorts of crazy places that I don't really need to go to. Right, this is all Minerva. These are all coming back here, so find a bunch of stuff and bring it here. 738 units of coffee. That's the sick part. We could do this in one. Provided, this is the other problem, provided this is not, go return it to that other station, which has a small landing pad, because they've done that before. Yeah, it's not even, yeah. That's not what I want. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so if it was like, go bring it to the, you know, Abashelli terminal here, then that would be a problem. We would not be able to do it. But given that we are at Torniki, our next hop is Nyx. Right. So we want agronomic treatment. Nyx is going to be the next one right there. Courier job. Montrose. We're not going that far. And it's only a tiny amount of money. So, not ship too large. So that does actually say, at least for those, you can't do that. Okay, so we go over to commodities. Agronomic treatment, excellent. Pull all, 100, cancel. Can we sell the water for, yes, we can sell the water for 575, pretty decent. And Nyx is not on the... View commodity in the galaxy map. Nyx. Water data unavailable. Cool. Yeah, we're just going to sell it here because it's 575, which is pretty decent per unit. Not like super awesome, but it's pretty good. Alright, then we go over and say buy agronomic treatment. We'll go for all 1236. 7.1 million credits. Oh, and we can get agronomic treat or agrimedicines if we need them. Okay, we do not. Never mind. I was thinking if there's anything else that we need for our other systems, we would be able to get it here. Grain, probably, would be a good one to get. Although that might be on the next... that might be in Nyx, because this is a high-tech system. Superconductors, bunch of other stuff like that. there were on the other one, ceramic composites and CMM composites, I think. No. Swear. Semiconductors. I don't think we need any semiconductors. Is it consumer technology that I maybe just blanked on? Might be the case. That's something we don't need for our systems at all. Yeah. Performance enhancers, sometimes they need those. Progenitor cells, no. Okay, never mind. Making stuff up, I guess. Right, so now we need to go to... Who are we friends with now? Pangalactic Mining. Nationals of Minerva to Cordial. And Values Party of Minerva to Cordial. Go to Nyx. Set target, set route. That's the other thing with this place is, or with this ship, is that now that I'm fully loaded with 1,200 extra tons, the physics matches that. Whoops. Something about, what do I, elevator 1? So, there we go. Print screen. Get back out. Yep. So in this system, to buy, that is not what I said, jeez. Okay. What? Has places for me to go. State is none, so that's interesting. Status. Elite German commanders. Blight. Not gonna tell me where you actually have any. Set filters, just settlements, stations. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I want the... There we go. These guys first. Speed back down a little bit. Keep it in the blue. Hodgson Mine. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna overshoot. It's too bad. Not too bad. Speed up just a bit. So we want to get into into orbital cruise fairly quickly so that other people can't come and grab us out of super cruise like we got grabbed before. However, I don't think anybody has said anything. Nope. So we don't have any actual people after us at this point. Not a big deal. Pass. All right. Tonight we went with a new coffee. I was kind of interested to see how it was if it compared to the other one I had from a friend of mine, friend and colleague, who was from he was from Colombia. So he went back home at one point and he was like, "Oh, you've got to try this stuff." And he brought me like, you know, a single pack of coffee that was from Colombia. And I mean, it was commercial, so it wasn't like probably the best coffee you could possibly ever find, but at the same time it was, you know, it was very nice and it was very reasonable. He wasn't going to spend $100 on me. Not that there's any of that, but you know, he probably wouldn't have spent, you know, $20, $30 bringing it to the States. It was, I don't remember what the word label is in Spanish. Swamp. Label. No, not etiqueta. Card? I mean, like, that's carta. Tarjeta. I need more options, is what this... I really wish this Translate app had, like a, here are 5 synonyms, because that would really be helpful. Advanced medicines, consumer technology, synthetic meat. So I don't have any of those. Just too bad for them. Okay. Deliver 98 units of cryolate in the name of democracy. That is a Helldivers reference if I ever seen one. Not really, but performance enhancers. We could have got those at the other place. Okay. So we're going to sell agronomic treatment. You're down? Really? But you're in the freaking Viktorenko port. It's also 55, 52. Oh, well, that's an increase. So, but what is Viktorenko? We want large landing pad. Yes. Okay. Import agronomic treatment, Viktorenko. Fine. Okay, so plot route. That's ridiculous. Well, it's a spaceport at least. 614 away. And it's agriculture. Okay. What was this one, by the way? Guess that's also important. It's extraction. Okay. So I guess I can see it that this would not be the proper market to do it, but still. Nix Corporation and Silver Life Holdings. Okay. So yeah. I think I was more panicked about just getting here so that I wasn't gonna get yanked. This is a loud ship. C. Type 9 Heavy. Eagle. So anyway, this one's called Black Label. The other one from Colombia was called like Red Label, or I want to say it was Carta Rojo, and he was just, you know, touting its greatness. So I got it. I was very appreciative of the fact that he went and got this for me. It was very nice. This man was adamant that I was going to, or that he was going to teach me Spanish. So Professor Obi, ¿cómo está? I'm like, man, I took French and German. He was like, that's okay, I know both. I'm like, ah. Schooling system has failed me yet again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do it. As we fly closer. Nailed it. just over 7.5 kilometers when I hit it the first time. We're working on it. Pull back to 100. No kidding. Clip the last one. 10. About 65. kph. Nope. 65 meters per second. There we go. Awesome. Alright, commodities. Sell. Agronomic treatment. We're still at a loss. Whatever. Fine. Jerks. Yeah, see? Okay, so I should have looked at the produce by over here first. Nope, not that. Agronomic treatment. So Stronghold Carrier, LHS 1228. I don't know that that's LYR, so I might get shot down if I try to go there. Harada Laboratory, 2,500 credits, and Nicolate Orbital, 2,400, 2,480 credits. That's more likely. Moonfile. But we don't want to go back to Torniki because we're just gonna literally be at a loss. Stupid. Right, we could just do Torniki to Vargas's jurisdiction over and over and over again. If we want to do that. So what we actually need to do, actually, come to think of it, we only need like 52. And grain, we only need 88. And there might be some other little things that we need for other places, other colonies that we've made, but nothing significant at the moment. What we need to do is to go in and find... Nope, none of those. Bio-waste, oh my god. They're purchasing at 949 per ton, which you can get them at most places for, 20 to 100 maybe. So up at 900 is unbelievable. Okay, we need, let's just seriously, let's just go in here. We need to purchase metals, aluminum. We need green, that's not 0. Okay, watt. So we need to go to watt. And also we can compare to watt. So bringing over water is actually reasonable. Okay, we're on ad break, so sorry about that, everybody. We'll come back in 2 minutes. Get up, cycle that water, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you need to. We'll be back. Thanks for stopping in.
yourself. I can see the end inside. 3, 2, 1. Hardwired.
Hey everybody, sorry about that. Spouse got home, so need to discuss things. Goose on the duck. Good evening and welcome. E1000, so we're talking like, right? Names of large numbers. Long scale. That is British. So short scale is American, typically. We're looking at (10 to 100 is a Google. (10 to the 10 to the 100 is a Googleplex. So you're in between. Pretty much at that point, I just go with whatever. Is it a Google's? Not quite. A Google to the 10th. So yeah, that one's big. Yeah, pretty much most of the time after you hit numbers that are that big and they aren't actually close to other numbers, they become like in relation to other numbers that you do know how to pronounce them. And it's not entirely easy at that point, right? I don't want weapon focused. I want engine focused. We need modified consumer firmware, which is located at small settlement data ports. Or, alternatively, we could get that from encoded trader. Pre-engineered. Power plant, I don't really need. I don't need more capacity, certainly. Heat efficiency might be nice, but realistically I don't need that either. We maxed out the sensors, we just, there are no experimental effects, so can't do that one. Okay, so we're going to go over to watt base, excellent. Goodness. Alright, we good? We good? We good. Swing to the other side. Slow down a bit. Yeah, I also have not been here. Celine Spear. Do I know that person? Never mind. Uh-oh. 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 There. It's always fun. I didn't think I ever shot it that much. we also need to bump our webcam and the Ko-Fi up just a little bit here. Right. It's going to get everybody a much nicer view of the stuff that's down there. So all that information is fairly useful. Right. 0.53 Gs. Already done. Okay, so we need scan ships and wakes and reinforcement. Okay, right. We did literally nothing for those two, so Minerva needs aluminum, CMM, steel, or titanium. CMM. 174. Really? That sucks. Could have brought my small ship for that. Aluminum, 33. Jesus. These guys clean this place out. It's amazing. Titanium, 21. Oh, man. I really actually could have brought my small ship for this. 236. That's not even... That's barely more than half of what my other place does. It's crazy. Right. So, we're gonna have to find a place that's a little bigger. Hey! There's a Zach! How you doing, Zach? Good evening and welcome to our... Oh, I forgot. Space trucking simulator. Breaker. Right, so what we want to do now is go back to Minerva and go to Starlace. Wait, what? We talking the same place? That is no. Not even remotely close. Like there's a planet in the way, I'll grant you, but... done. But, yes. Oh good, got a ganker. There we go, make ourselves point away from the station just a little bit until we get our ETA back up to like 7-8 seconds. Now we want to regulate it so that it is just barely on the side of 7. Can be on the long end of 6 as well, but it's usually better and more comfortable to stay around 7 just so you don't mess it up. Okay, so we need to find a new source of aluminum, etc. We want this to be distance close to non-Tester sector. We need this to be close to Minerva. Search request that I pulled. All powers. Including none. That's perfectly fine by me. As long as it is a large landing pad, we're good. Yep. 39. Clipped. Times. All right, sell. Awesome. Yeah, so CMM composites. I'm selling them at 59,000 a unit. I bought them at what, like 5 or 6? Yeah, 6,000. Selling at 59.7, so we're making a $9.3 million credit profit on those 174 of them. Our merits are going through the roof because Li Yongri is, above all else, a trading capitalist. So yeah, 750,000 there, 299 there on 8 units. Right, this is all doing the same stuff. It's ridiculous. We're purchasing at 4. Normally you'd sell at 5.6 or something, and now we're selling at 44,000 per unit. All right, let's see, what do we have? What's going to be useful? Auto fabricators. It's only, yeah, that's such a small profit margin. It's not even worth it. Robotics. Nope. I mean, there's nothing that's really. All right, let's search. We actually want, let's go like this. We want to search for CMM composite where it has an actual large supply, because most of these places have almost no supply left. Okay. Airdash landing at LFT 163 is like pretty good. That was 4 minutes ago, so we might be able to beat people there. Airdash landing. Worry? Nope. Nope. LFT 163. It's right there. Air dish landing. There we go. East India, so it's probably a large landing pad. We don't have any worries about that. Not really. We need to... Oh, it does say that it's a landing site. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so let's go there. There is not a whole lot of other places. We could go all the way to Tama, which is 32 light years away, 33 light years away. But Bierce's Folly, the location that has a significant number of CMM composites, is 400,000 light seconds away from its star. So, yeah, no. That would take us on the order of 30 minutes to get there, including speed up and speed down, or slow down time. It's not exactly my favorite thing to do. No, don't create a tab group. Just move this. Okay. Samina Torval, where'd you come from? Alright. Who else we got? Yeah, there's like nobody in the area. Auta Hanetzi. Bill's Folly. What is this? Black market. Okay. Don't care about that, that's fine. Okay. So, that's only one of the 3 commodities, or 4 commodities that we want. And even though it won't show me supply, if I do make that jump. Alright, we find something that's got a decent amount of CMMs. It's going to probably have a decent amount of aluminum, steel, and titanium as well. If not, you know, decent, it'll be at least something that's going to net us tens of millions in profit every single time we make a jump. So, like, I'll deal with it. looks like possibly LHS 1163 at Ghost works. No, never mind. That's 80,000 light seconds. It's still a long way out. We do have a fuel tank for it, though. So we might be able to do that in like 2 to 5 minutes. Instead of... The other stuff is shorter, so we might just suck it up and go to those instead. Autogenetzi has 2 locations on what looks like the same planet. Or maybe a planet and a moon. Both almost 2,000. Nah, that's not true. Both over 1,000 units of CMMs, which again have been netting us a pretty significant profit margin, given that they're selling for like 55,000 each, and we buy them at 5,500 each. If only real stuff worked like that, huh? 7. There we go. 1.3 G. That's not going to be good. Oh no. Pull back. Okay, good. The last time we were on a 1.5 G planet and did not pull our nose up like, you know, now, I went straight into the ground and cratered. That was the first night that I owned this ship. Go. Come down, kind of nice and slow. Nub. 77. And that cost us 74,000 credits to fix. It'll buff out. Alright. Commodities. CMMs, 1389. Cost now 5,900. Gets us 7.3 million credits. Oh man, it's risky. Alright, 1,236 cargo capacity, tons. So we got aluminum at 4,300, steel at 13,600, that's fine. Titanium at 245. So no worries there. We're doing all right. Minerva. Starlace out just in time for us to get off the landing pad. So jumping back and forth to LFT 163 is going to be super easy. And we'll see. This is 1,236. Times 55,000. It's gonna get us 68 million credits for this entire load. Asterisk. I think. Oh, don't have that gunship come after me. Don't you dare. Get over here and be my escort. Right, I don't have anybody on radar. Okay, there's that gunship. We're still going real fast here, but we still got a 7% or 7-second ETA. 8. Oh yeah, they're not even facing us now. That's good. Back scout. I mean, realistically, all I need to do is face at them and hit the thrusters, and I will blow literally a hole through their ship. There we go. .5 kilometers out. Got nothing illegal, just expensive. Yep. Power Security Force. I believe that they are friendly. Yeah. Awesome. Alright, here's the moment of truth. You ready? This may just pay for the ship itself. 59,000. 73 million. 73.8 million cash coming back for a total profit on this run of 66.485 million credits. 895 merits for Li Yongri instantaneously. Well then. Okay. Interesting question there. It's all the same. Okay. Yeah, these care packages don't really work because I've already maxed out a bunch of those things, and I don't know where, like, what to get rid of. Ooh, combat bond vouchers are from a while ago. 13.97 million credits. 8.3 million in trade dividends. That's just from that one run. 8.3 extra million credits. Just out of curiosity. I don't think I can actually reach anything from here, but... Nope. Ooh, what's that? Peacekeeping Sector QI-T. Now I'm wondering, is that on my list? QI. Nope. Interesting. Alright, that's another one. Right, then we go back in and we change this to QI-T B3-6. Okay. That's going to be an interesting one for later. Do not quit now. Cool, cool, cool. Where is Seoul compared to here? Just out of curiosity. 70. Minerva. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so go back. LH, nope. Where were we? LF2163? I think that's literally where we just were. Yep. Air dish? Yes. Okay, so we had air dish landing, which was getting us... Yeah. Right, we still had plenty. So we'll be able to get stuff there. Interestingly enough, right, what do they want? What are they importing? Now, this will never end up giving them anywhere near as much of a profit for me, but nonetheless, search market LFT163. I want to go to air dish landing. Oop, that was it. Right, 800 for one. Yay. 1720 for personal weapons. 6, 4. These are terrible. HE suits. I think I need those as well, don't I? I need 14 of them, but not for any time soon. Okay.
I'm running on empty. I don't have much left to give.
No need to worry. Your new deodorant is already on its way. Arriving today with Prime. Everyday essentials delivered fast. It's on Prime. Cut-off times and T's and C's apply. See product page when ordering.
Okay. So, agronomic treatments.
Hey, it's Jessica Winter.
terrible.
I'm here to tell you that my first album is out now. So please.
Hydrogen
listen,
peroxide.
dance, cry,
Nope.
cross, do whatever you want. But you
Water.
can listen to it right here,
Clothing.
right now, on Spotify.
Domestic appliances. What do we have for food? Synthetic meat. 837. It's alright. Microbial furnaces, 788. It's lower than this, so that's not helpful. Advanced medicines. 1800. Basic medicines. 900. Oh. It's alright. Performance enhancers, 7500. Hang on, wait. Advanced medicines. No. Oh, okay, yeah. It says it's selling for 1800, so it's not. This is not recommended, by the way. Basic medicine, performance enhancer, very silly. Progenitor cells, 7150. So yeah, there'll be something here as well. Whoa. Technology. Advanced catalyzers. 3664. Something. Aquaponic HE. It's almost double. Resonating separators. 61 to 68. Something. Structural regulators. 2117 at 2192. Nope. Barely covers taxes. Non-lethal weapons. 1766. So it's lower than this. Yeah, I lose money. Personal weapons. Reactive armor. Are personal weapons illegal there? Because that's also an interesting question. Yeah, it's not on the list, so I get the feeling that it's illegal. 2281 to 2604. Sure, why not? As ridiculous as this is. Air dish landing. You know what? We'll trust the system here and say that it's also going to take these as well. 220. Sure, why not? If we're going to be making the trip anyway, I guess we might as well just do it. Alright, so in order to make any sort of in order to ensure that our systems are going to be making a proper amount of money. Are you serious? Yield to tonnage. Ooh, who's that? No, I'm not. Lord Micah Dale. only backwards. We are heading to LFC 163, which is here. Anybody who's interested in math tonight, we have Don Factorial, who's one of our math buddies here on Twitch, is currently working on math questions from chat involving what looks like Taylor series expansion, or if not, something very similar. Nth derivative of a polynomial. Never mind. Pretty close. Sometimes they look the same. Do not want to go into the center of the planet, because that is not conducive to actually landing. So anybody who has not done so already, oops, that's great. I was just about to shout out Don in his own channel. Only I can't do that because, yeah, that's not me. Alright, we're heading straight to the planet, which means that that guy who just said, "There's the haul I'm looking for," is not going to be able to get me. Alright, he's done. Can't get me. Who was it? Ione Fisher. There it is. Alliance Chieftain. It's too bad because that one definitely would have been able to get me too. And as always, a shout out for Zach, Addy to the 2i Pie, another one of our friends here on Twitch, was doing quiz show. Oh, wait. Forgot. 1.3 G gravity. That's not. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we got enough space. Okay. I'm still pulling up. I'm still pulling up. Oof. 76% hull. Approximately 80 meters per second collision. I'm pretty sure I would not want to do that in real life. How'd the quiz show go, Zach? Alright, we take two. Oop, we gotta sell the other stuff. Evacuation, shelter, consumer technology, synthetic meat. Ignore CMO composites. Advanced medicines, basic medicines. Learn things that need fixing. Yep. It's just like teaching, right? $290, $290. We're matched. Good. For the real thing in September, yeah. Nope. Okay, we've gone on ad break. So, get some more water, go cycle it out, do what you need to do, stretch, walk around, do some exercise, and we'll see you back in 3. Welcome back, everybody. Hop on over to, as always, some sort of exercise. Dost thou in hoist? Right, so, as usual, get our 20-pound weights, just do some curls until we feel like we can't do any more. Hey, bye, George. How's it going? Yep, thank you very much. We're testing out our new ship, which you can see over on the right there. It's a Panther Clipper II. Most of our ships have, well, I had a really slow ship that would do about 790 tons per load of cargo, and our fast ship would do 404 tons, more than twice as, or half as much stuff, slightly more than half as much stuff, in less than half the time. So it was always worth it, even if it meant I had to be on controls a bit more. The Panther Clipper can do 1,236 tons in about the same amount of time as the Type 9, which was the heavy one that didn't do quite as well. So this seems like we can do this one in better than 3 times the amount of time. So it seems agile enough that we're going to be able to make this work. So I'm excited. We already made like 68 million credits on one run. So this one's going to be a bit less, but you know, it's pretty good. So have a good night. See you later. And for anybody interested, I am playing L'Expédition 33, or Expedition 33, Clé Obscure, off stream. And been watching multiple other people do their like first act playthrough up to where I am. And if you have the opportunity to play it, definitely do so. Bring tissues. In fact, I know for a fact my computer won't be able to handle it, and so that's what reason number one I'm doing it on off stream, and number two, my Xbox isn't able to handle it. Because I think it requires the Xbox Edition S or whatever it is in order to run it, and I only have like the Xbox One, you know, from 10 years ago, something like that. So I tried running it and it was like incompatible. I'm like, great. So it's not even letting me download it. I have to play it on cloud. Right, we're on 1,236. And I don't think I set target yet. That's alright. We'll get clear of the landing pad. Targets. Minerva. Starlace. It's behind me. Right, and just to let everybody know, I'm not sure when I'm actually getting home tomorrow. We've got a special thing that my spouse is doing with the theater group in town, and they have like, it's like a theater showcase where they're gonna get a whole bunch of people from multiple different theater groups, or they've already done this. A whole bunch of people from multiple theater groups to do like a selection of plays, music, or dancing that they have put on in the last N years. Ours, hers, is doing stuff from the last like 5 years or something like that, which included the Wizard of Oz, which she was in, and also multiple other shows which she was not in. Some of the other people were. I think there's 1 or 2 shows that like nobody's been in because it's been that long since they did it. All of those people had moved on by now. In fact, some of those people might be in other theater groups. I think we're going to go another 30 to 40 minutes, then probably head out so that I can go play more Clair Obscura. But anyway, yeah, tomorrow, I don't know what time I'm going to be signing on, just because that. If my son decides that he is done with it and doesn't want to hang out for the rest of it, then I might be back for 9. He'll be in bed. Alternatively, he and our daughter could both be like, nah, we want to stay, and then I'll stay, and I don't know what time we'll get home, so might be as late as 10 before I'm even in the door. If that's the case, I may end up either short streaming or not streaming at all. Kind of depends. Alright, pad 32. Not bad, actually. Surprisingly, did not clip myself on the doorway. Scan ships and wakes and reinforcement systems. Achieved. And that's just because I tap on the next ship, and most of these are friendlies. So our, who's it? Transponders just like automatically communicate. Okay, so that's 15.6 as profit. 15.6. 36.7, basically. Sorry, 30, 50, yeah, 36.7, give or take. Another 503 merits. Oop, titanium. Another 0.7 million. So, we're doing alright. Ally of Pan-Galactic Mining Corp. Can't figure out why. Jeez. This is absolutely bonkers. I love it. So the reason that we're getting so much money is that FDev, the developers, decided that they were going to essentially take 10 times the normal profit in order to give people an incentive to work on the community goal. There's realistically, like, I don't think there's any way that this would ever happen in real life, where somebody would be like, yeah, sure, we'll you know, we'll offer 10 times the going price. Oh, that's alright. I was gonna say we could find some stuff that was in there, but no, none of it wanted to be, none of it was like wanting to be sold at this particular, at Erdish, so we can't really bring anything back. Yes, so this is a frame shift device, which basically is hyperspace, but not. It's basically like Star Trek warp, but it's not. It's kind of got both features to it as well, which is a little weird. So you basically are locking onto a sun, and then you jump to the sun as if it were hyperspace. And then when you get there, you're now in like warp speed, where you have to get from the sun to whatever secondary location. In this case, this planet. Meanwhile, you've got all these other people who are flying around. These are actually not humans, but you could tell they're humans because their little rectangles in the radar HUD would be hollow. So any humans are just hollow rectangles, or triangles if they have deployed their weapons. And usually at that point, you know it's all over. can probably get in like 2 more runs, I think. Yep. Oop, don't like that. Anybody got epilepsy? You want to look away now? I'll let you know when it fixes itself. Alright, I think it's the sun. So if I get within a certain, or get to a certain angle, it's gonna start glitching out. That's not good. Oh no. There we go. Whew. AGL is jumping all over the place because we're going over the spaceport. Got like a 15-degree down angle on top of all that, so that's all right. The putting the gear down also slows us, so that's nice. Woo. Okay, where are we in the community goal? 2,700 units collected. Okay. We are currently in the top 50%. We are going to get 150 million credits, and that's going to keep going up as we keep going through this. It is units that matter. Yeah, commodities sold as part of this initiative will have a 10 times price multiplier. That is insane. So at the end of this, we're going to get a 5 and 6 cargo rack pre-engineered with increased cargo capacity. So this is not like our Mark II cargo racks, which go in special slots and have increased cargo capacity. This is this 6 here at 64 units, and this 5 here at 32 units, which will end up having some sort of boost to it. If it's as much as 50%, that'd be pretty awesome, because that's going to be basically a free Mark II cargo rack without doing anything to it, without like modifying it in any way. That's also really interesting on how you would actually do that, because in terms of a ship, in order to fit an extra 50% tonnage in cargo, either you have to compress the stuff or you have to build an extra large space. So I'm not sure exactly how that would work on this. Also, pilots within the top 75%, so we are currently within the top 75%, will receive an additional Class 5 and 6 cargo rack each. So, I'm assuming that they mean pre-engineered with increased cargo capacity, and not just a random regular Class 5 and 6 cargo rack, because that would be very disappointing. Okay, must sign up before delivering to Starlace. Yes, we already did that. And sell at Starlace commodity location. We've done that. Faction state changes and other disruptive events can negatively impact markets and station services. Meh. It's all good. And a red metallic brewer decal. So we're going to get that popped on our ship after we're done as well. Vespucci City. that must have been the last one. Yep. Okay, so we're all signed up for it. We've already started making progress. So amounts are not going to matter for this. It's just that we need to create we just need to max out our cargo every time, and we will max out our whatever we're doing. We're going to max out the contribution. Steel at 4,300, aluminum at, yeah, 2,600. Okay. So steel should make us larger profit, question mark. Speaking of science fiction-y type stuff, I saw that there was an interview that Katie Sackhoff did, Starbuck from the recent Battlestar Galactica series. And by recent, I mean 20 years ago. Oh, and she was recently in one of the Star Wars series. So she is now dipping her toes back into sci-fi with the intent of getting back into acting full time, but she had a nice break there, having kids and hanging out with them, spending quality time. Well deserved. So anyway, she did an interview with George Takei, who is coming out with his new book, It Rhymes with Takei, which is about which one's this about? I believe this is about his experience in the Japanese internment camp in World War II. At least I think so. I listened to it this morning. They didn't really talk about the book a huge amount. They were mostly talking about stories that he had, and my goodness, does he have stories. Bill and Darkstar, good evening. Welcome. How's it all going? We got our brand new Python. Panther Clipper II, named Felis Tigris. It's not there. Whatever. It's fine. Very nice. Yep. And also the benefit, right, that it isn't based on credit contribution this time, but rather on unit contribution. Liking that a lot. They knew precisely what they were doing with that. 35%. Okay, thank you. Which, still very interesting. Are they compressing the cargo or expanding the size of the actual ship? Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, 39. Hutton trucker for the mug. Definitely. How many tons of mugs are there? Look at that. 44.86 million in profit this time around. Plus 44.51.52. 60.2 million, give or take. Woo! First Friday night. They will fill your ship full of mugs. Nice. Yeah. Gotcha. That's good to know. Is it only first Friday? Yeah, okay. Interesting. And also trade dividends, another 9.7 million on top of that. Just making sure. Yeah, we already collected that earlier. Whew. Air dish again. It's not really a whole lot of stuff, but like there's a lot of stuff here. Just all of them are very small amounts. That's so terrible. I mean, pretty much it isn't worth my time to even bother. Very sad. Players from the code find out you're hauling mugs. Expect no mercy. That's fair. LFT 163. Addish. Honk. Oh. They ran away. How sad. This thing sounds like an absolute beast. Try to sneak illegal goods into a station. I mean, if we have like Dirty Drive, you're gonna have to align it really carefully. As far as anybody might be concerned out there, if you are interested in Elite Dangerous and learning more about it, asking more questions from more experienced people than I, we've got a number of other Elite Dangerous streamers who are out there who would be glad to answer questions and have built their communities around, generally speaking, being awesome. So we've got, for the most part, I hang out with Brother Spathius, Mint Toby, Rainman Games, Celine Star Dragon, and Super Chicken. I literally messaged Super Chicken like just before stream. Terrible. Don't know why my brain was struggling there for a second there. Going for top 10? Probably not. Top 25 is... Top 25% is usually where I'm sitting. So I'm happy to stay there. I did manage a top 10 for one of the really big ones that happened like 2 years ago, I want to say. I got some really good pre-engineered stuff out of it. I don't remember exactly which one it was. It probably was the SCO drive when it first came out. I have signed up for Distant Worlds, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that's all about. I've only ever read about it, really, and decided, you know what, let's do this. So we're gonna have some some participation. I don't know exactly how much. My kids are gonna be out of school for some of that, so like we may end up going on vacation. So I've got to check when timing of everything's gonna be. But once we get our schedule squared away, and if I can get to the rendezvous point, you know, beforehand if I need it, if I'm not going to be active and live during the lead up to it, you know, I'll get everything packed and then take an idle hop out to wherever we are, at which point I'll come out. I signed up to... You participated in 2? Nice. I volunteered for mostly scientific roles, so I'm just gonna go see how that is. Sorry for the flickering, anybody. If you've got epilepsy, what have you, you might want to look away. Full reverse on engines. That's not helping. Cool. There we go. Go level, back up. Oh, look at that. Almost. Yep, YouTube Elwin 07. Have a good night. See you soon. Alright, we are at CMM Composites 486. Titanium 102. And steel plenty. nice. Back out. With enough time. Alright, 40-degree up angle. Brother Spathius. Rayman Games. Mint Toby. Nope, one word. Slain Star Dragon. And Super Chicken. Oops. Boo. That was my fault. Still have to... I think. No. Nice. We're barely clear. Right, so that lens flare's a little wild. That should not be there yet. Now, on the other hand, ooh, nope. Through to here. So anyway, those are our Elite Dangerous friends. If you have any interest in going to see them, they're usually around. Pretty awesome people. So. Oh, and if you are around during the, like, US West, Boss Lady B is one of our friends that I have not been actually over to see her, her streams in forever, because she streams at like 3 or 4 a.m. my time. It used to be that like I could actually go and raid her channel. Not so much anymore. Usually she was getting on around midnight Eastern, so here that's about 5 a.m. 5 a.m. BST. So not very nice, unfortunately. But situations change. Just end up seeing different people. She's been off playing Schedule 1. so close. 39. Yeah, the other one that's going to be pretty rough is if we end up here. If we end up using flight assist off and trying to land inside of a Coriolis like this, it's going to be almost impossible. It just keeps bouncing off the walls and things like that. It's really rough. Okay, so 26.1 in profit. And 24 is 50.3, 50.4, and 54.5-ish. That's bonkers, man. Look at that. 861.9 million credits. And we started tonight at like 600 million? Maybe 700 million? Not quite. Alright, 20 minutes, we can make one more. We'll do one more run. And then we're gonna probably call it a night so that I can go downstairs and play Clear Obscure. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. Oh, look at that. So many merits. Wow, okay. We did not bonk. Amazingly enough. It's Stargoid! Good evening and welcome everybody. My name is Obi-Wan Pez. This is N-Simplex Pachinko, and we are... Thank you so much for the raid, Stargoid. Surprise indeed. We are just finishing up one more run of our amazing Panther Clipper II 1,236 ton beast run. We're jumping between LFT 163. We found a nice little place called Erdish. Hello there. We found a nice little place called Erdish Landing. I'm playing a Blurp walk-on? That's fascinating. How did I initiate that? Maybe I don't understand how that works. Oh. Oh. My secondary account was on my secondary computer. And it raided in with you. There we go. Wild. Technology. Hey, you can have a secondary account, nobody cares. As long as you're not doing anything weird with it. Nine? Jeez. I mean, to be honest, my Obi-Wan Pez account does not stream, so like that's far less of a weird problem or something. I don't know, whatever. So anybody who just came in with Stargoid, like I said, my name is Obi-Wan Pez. This is N-Simplex Pachinko. My Obi-Wan Pez account is generally speaking on this computer over here. My N Simplex Pachinko account is either on here or on my phone. And so I sometimes pop into both. We do have YouTube channels. Actually, the obvious thing, let's shout out Stargoid. Anybody who has not seen Stargoid yet and has any interest in Elite Dangerous, absolutely go see Stargoid. He is a Canadian Pleiadian, Pleiadian, and hangs out on the back of another commander's neck. So, good times and excellent, excellent taste in music. So, oh, absolutely. Have a nice ride. We'll see you around soon, and thanks so much for bringing everybody in. Sebastian, welcome. My mic is very low. Well, okay. Yeah, that may also be compared to just the regular sounds of the channel. I didn't think it was terribly low. Well, we can boost it anyway. Mic. Do a mic check. It's better anyway. Thanks for that. Where are we? Do watch yourself. The graphics are known here to blink a bit, so if anybody has any epilepsy or health concerns concerning flashing lights, yeah, the sun does not like this particular graphics setup slash planet slash ship, so yeah, we're working on it. Where are we? Yep, there we go. Also, I was gonna say something else. Oh, YouTube channels. Yeah, we got 2 YouTube channels corresponding to my 2, corresponding essentially to my 2 Twitch channels. However, all of the content comes from this channel. It just gets split into 2 places on YouTube, one for gaming and one for math. If anyone is interested in learning any math, we have a bunch of math friends as well. I do math on this channel on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. BST. And we hang out, do a bunch of content. Lately, we've been working on cracking the GRE math test, so the math subject test. Anybody who's going to grad school in the United States may have to take the GRE. And on Mondays, we have been doing, or we just started a discussion on Peter Liljedahl's Building Thinking Classrooms. This is a K through 12 mathematics treatise. So if you are at all interested in teaching math, it's also a pretty good place to come and have a discussion about cool stuff like that. If you're not interested in any of that stuff, yeah, you could pass the word along to somebody who might be. And all of this content will also be eventually migrated to YouTube. And on Fridays, we have been doing Against the Storm, which is a roguelike city builder. There's like multiple layers to the game which act slightly differently in multiple different ways, and I've been loving it. It's pretty ridiculous. So, the individual games are a bit like Age of Empires, or Age of Empires 2 specifically, where you get kind of a top-down isometric view of everything, and you place down buildings and get workers and try to complete tasks. There's our Ko-Fi if you're interested. Everything's happening all at once. So yeah, the individual games, the individual cities are a bit like just a little bit, are a bit like Age of Empires 2. The overworld map is a little bit like Civ, where you're trying to build a trade route amongst your cities that reach out to special events that are happening on the map, which then give you prestige currency so that you can then make your settlements better on the next time around. What do I mean by the next time around? Well, there's a thing called the Blight Storm, and it will take your hex grid map, civilization map, and after a certain amount of time, it will wipe it. Everything gets re-randomized, the board is redrawn, new events are placed down all over the board, and then you get a new, something like 40 years, which is usually about 5 settlements, to do stuff. And then you have these kind of like boss settlements that you need to make at the seals, and when you crack, or when you seal one of the seals, it improves the length of time you get between blight storms. So normally it's 40 years. After your first one, it's going to be 48, and then 56, and then 64. Usually 8 years, at least as far as I know so far. And then you get cool stuff, and there's different species of people. Humans are but one species among many in this particular fantasy world. And then you can enable what are called rain punk systems in order to boost resource collection. I have termed my run a rain shy run, in that I'm like holding out as long as I can from engaging with the rain punk system just to see how it will work. Unfortunately, when you're in a particular settlement and you don't do a whole lot of work like toward completing it, the queen becomes impatient with you, and if your queen's impatience reaches 14, which is the max, you lose. It's over. I have yet to breach that, but we got dangerously close a couple of times. The last seal, especially, we got to like 10 or 11 before I was able to turn it around and start. When you raise your reputation, you also lower impatience, and so the whole balance shifts. So we got a little bit lucky on that one, but and a lot of it is luck, but you know, it's everything is randomly drawn, but also you have to be good at oops, wrong side. You have to be good at this particular game and following its rules in order to bend it to your will, if you will. I've been getting very heavily into trading in this game, so like anything that I do, pretty much I work out a way to build up the engine to get the trading going, and then like the civilization becomes unstoppable because I'm just trading hundreds of goods for hundreds of units of money. Really? Man. Okay. We're on ads.
Make way for oncoming traffic. Give priority to larger vessels. Touchdown confirmed. Clear to disembark. Report to station services for more information, Commander.
Alright. If anybody needs, get water. Cycle out your water. Grab a snack. Stretch. Get up. All that good stuff. We'll be back in like 2 minutes. And thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Stargoid, for bringing your community in. And we'll see you in, like I said, like 2 minutes.
Socializing doesn't fit me, but I can get away so easy. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated. No, I never missed it. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated. I just didn't read it. I'm a la 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 loner, a la 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 loner, a la 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 loner. I'm an outlaw in this world. I'm solo dancing on your body, crazy on my own but all in. I can feel the eyes all staring, but I don't care about them saying. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated. No, I never missed it. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated. I just didn't read it. I'm a la 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 loner.
Okay. So thank you, everybody, for sticking around. By way of punishment, because I was intending on pausing those ads, we are going to break into our dried, I believe they are bowl peppers, and uh-oh, I may not have my chopsticks. Oh, that's not good. Normally I have a set of chopsticks up here so I can pick one of these up without danger of getting the capsaicin everywhere. So these are dried. Scoville rating is not extremely high. I think they were like a 4 or 5 out of 10 on like the spiciness scale. We also have these little Pekins, which are an 8.5. I save those for if anybody's actually going to throw bits. We also have charity stuff every so often, so. Alright, so again, by way of punishment, because I did not raid when I meant to, or pause ads and then raid, we're going to give me one of these peppers, so cheers. So right off the bat, there's an interesting little sweetness in these particular peppers. It pretty quickly turns into spice. It's always about 10 times worse after you swallow for the first time. Alright, so 33.9 million in profit. And 638 merits. And 33.8... 36, 37.5. 57. $56. Yeah, somewhere in there. It's big. That one wasn't too bad, actually. I've had worse of those. Alright. Advanced maintenance. We've done 13,000 structural damage. I really want to keep the damage on the paintwork. But FDev, I swear, keeps fixing it. Alright. So, FDev, great job on the Panther. Loving it. It is big and very nice. Gotta be very careful, just in case I got any of that pepper on my fingers. I also want to double check here. How far away are we? We're 100 light years away. We can make this work. It's 3 jumps. It's not that far, right? We're also going to do a quick run to, what is this? Blackhide. And upgrade our power distributor, I think. Alright. This is going to be the mistake. Yep, now it's nice and evenly spread around my mouth. So it's all on fire now. That's cool. Alright, so as a punishment here, we're going to give you a little extra trip to Weird at the Blackhide. Crunch. By way of Felis. Heat management on this is really good too. So it only popped up to 71 there. And if anyone else is interested in mathematical content, we have other friends as well. At Actual Education is Dr. Gold, who does SAT prep type stuff, as well as currently is teaching Physics 1, I think, at UC... I don't remember. It might be USC. It's in California anyway. We also have Dawn Factorial, who tonight was working on some Calculus 2 type stuff. Zach at e to the 2i pi does education content, specifically like, you know, how does math education work, as well as doing mathematical streams and, you know, working out problems like I do on usually Wednesdays. We also have, oops. Penn Center. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh. Whew, that was hot. I burped. We also have Penn Center, who streams probably about 50-50 math and gaming. Penn Center has done classes on Twitch, so these are longer term commitments that individual students who meet us here on Twitch just decide, like, yeah, sure, I'll pop into your Discord call while you're doing this, and then we typically will teach those classes. I've done differential equations. Zach, e to the 2i pi, did real analysis. Penn Center did complex analysis and linear algebra, I think. Number theory? And is currently working through a machine learning book. So if you also have any interest in machine learning, I took a master's class on the subject, and Penn Center is working his way through a book on it. A number of other people around our edu Twitch community have been doing other cool stuff with math as well. So I don't suppose our bot is working at the moment. Nope. We have a really cool bot, but unfortunately I think we're in the middle of changing servers or something like that. So unfortunately we've lost connectivity, but it's what happens. Basically all of us in our small group here have been working on working on that bot in some way, shape, or form, with the help of our awesome community member Enigma. So Enigma bot was really wonderful, but unfortunately, like I said, we lost hosting or something. So we'll eventually get one back. Doug Quad. Not quite Quaid. Alright, Blackhide, here we come. Oh, and on this channel we also do Satisfactory Sunday, which is usually on Sunday. It can, generally speaking, switch between Saturday and Sunday depending on what our schedule is like, but typically it's been Sunday. So, that's not nice. Sorry. This ship does not particularly like the sun, apparently. So, like I've said before, do be careful if you have light sensitivity with flashing. Where are we? Over there. Come on. Oh, I put the gear down. That might have been the problem. Didn't quite get the turning speed we needed there. Alright, so we are at Blackhide. In order to upgrade our power distributor, we are looking for engine focused, because, obviously, the one we had pinned at the moment was weapon focused, so, like, not helpful. And pulse lasers, which we're not using. Engine. Cool. Out of the rest of these, do we have enough? Yes. Cool. Use half of the polymer capacitors. It's fine. Okay, and experimental effect while we're here. Cluster capacitors. Super conduits for recharge. Flow control. Double braced or stripped down. Just out of curiosity, right? We'll do the 5. That's fine. Not sure that we can do fitting. Yeah, we can. All right, cool. So we'll just double check our fitting on this and yeah, make sure everything's within well within reasonable standards, which I'm pretty sure it is. The only thing that would be weird is if we like took a whole bunch of pulse lasers and put them on here, which we did originally. We stacked a whole bunch on this thing, or not this one. Might have been this one, actually. Anyway. Yeah, we stacked a whole bunch of pulse lasers on this, and like... yeah. These. It was all 1s and 2s, but nonetheless. And like, upgraded them with some basic stuff. Right, the turrets, we went for a long-range weapon in order to make sure that they could still attack, you know, way out. So those are still able to hit out to 4,800 meters. It's pretty good. Then we went with overcharge, sturdy mount, and rapid fire, all 3, and added different status effects to all of them. My favorite is probably Scramble Spectrum, because you can knock out all of the systems eventually. But my favorite is when they're trying to go to warp and you knock out their frameshift drive. So, naturally. And then we did a whole bunch of the other stuff as well. So, we're out of all of the individual... I think we're out of our ability to increase this, because we need modified consumer firmware, I think. Which is not hard to get, but I just haven't had the time. So anyway, yes, I loved putting a whole bunch of pulse lasers on here. And then boosting them significantly. But at any rate, we are here for power distributor. That's not what I wanted. Oi. Engineer's Workshop. Power distributor. Right, we're up to 5. And we want the experimental effect. Right. My problem is I forget what I'm doing. We are well within range for that. And our total mass is 1855. Right? So 1855, if we try to do strip down, then that's only going to reduce 10% to 72 tons from 80. So we're cutting down 8 tons off of 1800. It's not going to matter all that much. Braced integrity's up, but like, eh. Flow control power draw, we don't need to worry about power draw. So it's either super conduits or cluster capacitors. I think we've got enough, unless we boost our drag drives and dirty drive a significant amount. I mean, I don't remember exactly what it's at, but like, this is not a big deal. I don't think we're anywhere near capacity. Oh, engine. I don't think we're anywhere near capacity. So like, putting bonuses into engines recharge might just be better. But at the same time, like, I don't think we need either of them. It's just, if it ends up, we'll just do super conduits. It's fine. We'll just toss them on there. No biggie. Let's see. What is actually available for purchase locally, right? So like nothing. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't. Power plant. Yeah, alright, maybe not. Well then. Alright, cool. So, we are going to, let's go back up top without launching. Maybe we can get a nice shot of us sitting on the landing pad at Blackhide. Yeah, nice. It's interesting. I didn't notice the landing gear is folded into the nacelles. It makes it look like, I mean, almost look like a frog, honestly, but it does slightly make it look like a pouncing cat. So, appropriate. Let's come around this way. Get part of it in shadow.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm Father. And I'm Jono, and together we're Above and Beyond. Our new album, Bigger Than All of Us, is out now, and you can listen to it right here on Spotify.
Excellent. going to head on out. Gonna find out who is available. Coco Confession is playing La Molana. Emmy Divergent is doing some retro games. Maisie's doing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Mint Toby is doing Vintage Story. Ooh, Pen Center, speaking of, is doing Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Should be a randomizer, I think. So I think we're going to go see him. We have other friends. SDK Phoenix is doing Red Dead Redemption 2. Solu_9 is doing Cyberpunk 2077. He's a friend of ours from Commander Psyche's chat. So let's do slash raid. I know how to do this, I promise. Alright, we're going to go and raid Pen Center. So I hope you all have a lovely weekend as it's coming up. And we'll see you around in Stargoid's chat, in many other people's chats for forever. Alright, my name is Obi-Wan Pez. This is N-Simplex Pachenko. I will be back maybe tomorrow, if not Saturday, for Against the Storm. We'll be back on Sunday for Satisfactory, and we'll also be back on Monday and Wednesday for math. So we will be doing education discussion, Peter Lilydall's Building Thinking Classrooms on Monday, and cracking the GRE math subject test on Wednesday. So hope to see you, many of you, at some point, sometime soon, and have a good one.